Hello, you hottie hot hotties, and welcome to Wild&T with Tawny.
Tara.
And Teddy. We're starting off with another super fun Tara Rocks Your World with fun geology facts. Take it away, Tara.
All right. I won't do birthstones every month, but it is March, my birthday month, and the birthstone of March has always been special to me. And this month it is an aquamarine, which literally is Latin for seawater, which is funny. But it is a blue stone, a light blue stone. It was believed that they would take it when they went sailing. Mariners would keep the gem or use the gem to have calm waves and keep sailors safe at sea, which is a really cool superstition in a way.
That's really cool.
A very powerful stone, if you will. The March birthstone is also thought to bring happiness in marriage and protect against foes in battle and litigation, make the wearer unconquerable and amiable, and to quicken the intellect. And again, similar to amethyst last month, a big deposit is found in Brazil, which is where they mine a lot of it, as well as Pakistan. But it can be found in multiple spots, but those are like the main areas that they tend to find it. And I guess another birthstone that March has, just an honorary mention, is the bloodstone, which is kind of just a weird green jasper with red dots in it. So not quite as interesting or fun, but some people really like it. A cool fun fact about an amethyst is it's famous for the government of Brazil giving a dark blue rectangular step cut aquamarine that was over 1,000 carats to First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt in 1936.
Wow. I just want to jump in real quick. You said amethyst, but aquamarine. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I meant aquamarine.
Not amethyst. No, that's dang.
We're still on aquamarine.
That's really cool. Aquamarine, everyone.
That's Tara's Rocks Your World.
Beautiful. Another fun
I know
fact.
you said you're not going to do a birthstone every month, but next month is my birthday month.
And what is your birthstone, Tawny?
Diamonds.
No one wants to talk about it. Okay. No one is
diamonds.
Also, the movie Aquamarine came out 18 years ago. It's a fun fact.
Cute. I love that movie.
That movie
It's a good one.
has some good stuff from it that we still quote from.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, we are now in the month of March, which means spring is either just around the corner or here, depending on what area of the world you live in.
Or some of us will have false spring.
Yes. The weather has been insane at the beginning of March. We actually have a crazy happening at our old elementary school in Madeira that happened at the beginning of March. I think Tara was the one who sent me the post on Facebook. You sent me a post. I also got tagged in it by our cousin Melissa, which was cool. But yeah, tell us what happened.
Yeah, our cousin Susan, she had posted a video on Facebook, and turns out there was a little tornado that touched down into our hometown Madeira. We don't know of any tornado history in that area ever. So
Actually, no. A few years ago, there was a tornado. It just never touched down, but it was in the sky. This was a few years ago. I don't know, maybe when I was like 19 or something. So like 16, 17, something like that. So nothing's ever touched down, but there was one in the sky that like came close to touching down.
Has there been any other history that we know of?
Mm-mm.
That's
California
crazy.
isn't really what you would call tornado country, so this was kind of crazy. It like made some branches fall off some trees and
It did a
messed
little
up the
damage,
fence.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so my childhood friend's mom, she actually works at that school, and she had posted kind of a little bit of an update about it too. That she like the kids, I guess it was the after school program, so it was right when school was over, and so there were kids there from the after school program, and everybody had to shelter in the cafeteria. There were dents on cars. I mean, it just looked like somebody went through and just cut all the branches off the trees and scattered it around the whole parking lot. I mean, luckily there wasn't a ton of damage, just minor, dings and whatnot on cars, and nobody was hurt, but definitely interesting. We get earthquakes a lot
Definitely
there, but
scared
not
children.
tornadoes.
Yeah, tornadoes, a new style of natural disaster.
Yeah.
I'll say though, it did seem like a really pretty tornado. It was like very cloud white, which is really pretty from the video. I
That's
feel like
really
usually they
elevated.
end up being like ugly gray because they mix up with too much stuff. But this one was like aesthetically pleasing.
If we're
What
gonna
an
have a tornado,
elegant
might as well do
tornado.
it right.
Yeah, no, it was really unique. It didn't look huge, which is good. Kind of like a dust devil, but like reverse coming from the sky down. Which there's a lot of dust devils out there, but yeah, no, that was really wild. And Utah had a huge winter storm over the weekend, which was awful to drive in. Vegas in
Did you see the
Nevada.
tumbleweed overwhelming as well
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
west side?
in
Really?
Eagle
Literally,
Mountain
like
area.
literally the streets, the houses were covered in tumbleweeds, Tawny.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
a truck
I
had
was
to
like,
go and
Good
plow
mistake.
the road.
yeah, the truck disappeared into the tumbleweeds. That was
Oh my
trying to
gosh.
get out.
Wait, so was this in Nevada, Utah, California?
This
Utah.
was Utah. Yeah,
Utah,
it was
really? Wow.
yeah,
Right? Strange,
wild.
huh?
That's wow.
Utah.
I mean,
Nevada was
I think
insanely windy though. Like it was very strong winds. There were some semis that were fishtailing, which was
ooh,
super fun.
That's so
terrifying.
scary.
Yeah.
I mean, we had some pretty strong winds even out here in Pennsylvania, but it wasn't anything like that. I probably could have flown my cat and my chickens if I wanted to, but nothing like that.
Yeah, that's true. There was a day of crazy winds here too. Maybe it was on Sunday. It got really crazy. But
Wow. The wind is sweeping the nation.
sweep, sweep, its own spring clean.
It's like spring is coming.
Clear all this debris away. That's really what the
There are
tornado
all
was
these
there for.
tumbleweeds out.
All of these bad branches. Cut them off.
I could use some pruning. Yeah. Yeah, so that's been wild. The weather's been wild. March has been coming in like a lion. So it's supposed to, according to folklore, go out like a lamb.
I have never heard that before, but mom said that to me the other day. She said, in like a line, out like a lamb. And I was like, what? And she's like, you've never heard me say that? And I said, no, I've never heard that in my life.
Literally learned this in
Probably
like
have.
second grade. Like,
I don't have any memory of this.
I even remember like a cartoon in order to like describe spring from in class.
like
Like
personify.
the different
No idea.
seasons. Yeah, personify spring.
Well, Tawny, you learned something new. Spring
No,
either
that's
comes, it
exciting.
either comes in like a lion, out like a lamb, or the opposite. It's one
Did
or
you
the
know what's the May one? May showers or
April showers.
April showers bring May flowers. Do you know that one, Tawny?
That I just helped you quote? No. Literally never heard of it.
But do you get it because Mayflower? So, now that we've covered the weather for spring, let's talk
Back
about
to you.
It's a little windy out here. Let's talk about a different kind of weather. The weather of our lives.
I don't love that.
I'm
Okay.
fast with the transitions this time, guys. I'm doing the best I can.
First, we talk about the weather, and then Teddy has some cheesy transitions. Who planned this in advance?
People listen, okay? They listen
Hey.
for these things.
You know what? I have a transition. I got a haircut. I haven't cut my hair in like a year and a half. My hair was down to my bum. And I decided before my birthday it was time to chop it off. And while I was talking to the hairdresser, I'm like 6 inches. And she's like, this much? And I was like, nah, maybe we'll go 8. Chop it off. And she's like, everybody's been cutting their hair like from their long length to a shorter length. And I was like, we're just shedding that winter weight. So there you go. There's another one.
Very
And it
nice.
feels so good. Not have
Is
my
it
hair
like light
caught
and
in everything.
fluffy? We
Yeah.
love that.
I did that like a month and a half ago too. I cut it. Yeah, same thing. I was like, let's do 6 inches. And she shows me, and she's like, this. And I was like, let's do more. And she was like, oh, more. Okay, 8 inches. And I was like, yeah, just get rid of it.
And they're like, it's still so long.
Yeah. And I could still put in the whole ponytail and everything.
Yeah.
My chops were always like from super long to like a bob. So
I did that once and cried for like 3 days. So
Mom did
I
that to
loved
me
it.
accidentally one time. It was windy and she was cutting my hair and it ended up as a bob and I freaked out.
Oh, beautiful. Awesome. So we have some haircuts going on. I'm actually gonna gear up for one myself. Probably do some bangs because it's that type of life crisis. So
That time in your life to try
Right.
bangs again. Hopefully better than your childhood.
Yeah.
Nope, I did it
Please
too.
don't
I
do
did
it
it too.
yourself.
But yeah, let's see. We went and traveled and booked Malachi and I like booked a hotel for the first time in our lives without like anyone else. So that was pretty crazy. Very adult thing to do. Went and watched the National Rugby League from Australia come play.
Oh, that's so
So that
cool.
yeah, it was super fun. Both the teams that Malachi because there was 2 games and both teams that Malachi was rooting for lost, but that's okay.
Oh, it's sad.
But we got to sit in the Allegiant Stadium in
Ooh,
Las
how was
Vegas.
that?
It was huge. It was so cool. Like what a crazy experience. But yeah,
Did you
way
get
fun. Just no bad seating, which was really cool. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Something different. And yeah, and we're as far as adult things go, we're looking to actually buy a second car. So that'll be pretty crazy making our first car purchase too, like as a married couple together. So that'll be
That's a big one.
yeah, I'm not stoked because money. But
Car
uh,
show.
Money versus freedom. Which
yeah.
one? Which one?
Well, I decided to take the plunge, and I'm going to start my scuba certification next week.
Yeah.
My transitions are cheesy.
Oh, no.
Wow. That was so good.
Thank you.
Oh my
Yeah, Erin and
God.
I decided to follow in Tara, Teddy, and Dallas's footsteps here and get our scuba certification because I don't like that you guys go on dive trips and have fun memories without me. So, and
FOMO is real.
I don't normally get that. I am perfectly happy being at home doing my own thing, but for those kinds of things, I would like to be involved. So we start in mid-March. And we'll be done technically April with the classes and then do like our last open water dive in May. So we'll officially have it then for just the open water.
Do you know where you get certified for the open water?
I know it's a quarry in Virginia, so it's like 4 hours from me, but I don't remember the name of it.
One of us. One of us.
I'm just sad you won't be able to certify with Kevin because he was the best, but it's okay.
Yes.
Okay, I had Dave.
Oh, we had a Dave too at our dive shop. Crazy.
Well, my
We-
dive shop, they have a dog named Nemo, and he's so cute.
Oh no, that's so cute.
That's
He's
adorable.
adorable.
We definitely have to attribute or credit our cousins though for getting us really into the scuba diving. So thank you, Sam and Jessica and Francisco. We see you. So we wouldn't have taken the initial plunge back in the day. It's been really awesome. If any of you are scared of the ocean, get scuba certified because then you can breathe underwater and you don't have to worry about like drowning.
Teddy, I don't think that's why people are afraid of the ocean. Don't think it has anything to do with not being able to breathe.
Oh my
I
gosh.
actually have a coworker who's going on a cruise this month, and he's like terrified of going on the cruise because he is terrified of the ocean because of like sharks and stuff. And he was just like, yeah, I hadn't requested time off because I've been kind of in denial about this and not trying not to think about being on the cruise ship because he's not going to be in the water at all, but
Yeah.
he's like, once we can't see land anymore, I don't like it. I start to freak out. And I was like, man, maybe you should get scuba certified. And he's like, I haven't even thought about being in the ocean. And he started like hyperventilating right next to me. And I was like, well, now you don't have to worry about the cruise.
You have something worse to think about.
He's
I
not
mean, it is a little freaky to sail away from the land and only see ocean. It definitely has a level of eeriness for sure. And we know our dad definitely struggles with that. So there is a level of eeriness, but ultimately, once you're being in the water, almost feels better.
Don't remember how I was gonna say this. But when Aaron and I had gone on our cruise, it is kind of terrifying how when you're in the middle of the ocean, it's pitch black. You can't see a thing, not even stars. Like it's crazy how you just can't see a single thing. That can be kind of terrifying. And honestly,
That's true.
if I was in the water and I heard, you know how whales make that weird like clicky like throaty sound? Freaks me out. Absolutely not. I would rather see a shark than hear that whale sound. It freaks me out.
That is a weird thing about being on a ship in the ocean. The stars are not what you think they would be. That is disappointing. I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe it's like a Pacific Ocean thing. I don't know how they sailed by the stars because they definitely don't seem quite as
bright.
as bright or as clustered as they are in certain parts of the land.
They just provide zero light. It's crazy.
I think it's Life of Pi that like messed up my expectations there because you know how he's like sitting in the still water and the water is reflecting the stars and it's like all gorgeous and CGI'd and beautiful. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but Life of Pi is
Well,
also
that's
kind of a mind game. So
well, that's that's how most shows portray it, or most movies portray it, and that's what you have in your mind, and then you get out there and it's not like that. Not always.
If that's what hallucinating does to you, sign me up. That's what I want to see.
Woo! Sign me up for the next war.
No, but I did lose my vision for like 24 hours. Like my nearsightedness, not my full vision. So just don't bang your head against the back, like the back of your head against your tank. You should be fine. Most people don't do it. I was messing around and being stupid.
The first time having to do the backflip off the boat, I was like, people don't just paralyze themselves every day doing this because of the tank hitting you right on your spinal cord. Obviously, you tuck and roll backward, but
yeah.
turns out you can do some damage.
I didn't hurt myself going off the boat. I hurt myself down in the water because I was just being dumb and I like jerked my head too hard and then it banged into the back of into the tank and then I woke up the next morning and I couldn't read my phone because it was too blurry. So I had to like stretch it way far out to be able to see it. Lasted about a day. And then we were good.
I mean, I did like diving, like dive board diving in high school, and I broke my nose with my knee once, but that was my fault.
You're not going to do any of those elaborate kite diving off the boat. It would be funny if you did, though, but it would not be safe.
That would be very dangerous with a heavy thing on your back.
I don't think I will. I hated diving in high school, like that kind of diving. I don't think I'm going to do it again in my life. I've had the water smack me in all the places, and it hurts so bad.
But really, though, diving is so awesome. You really don't think about how scared you are of stuff because, like, everything is, it's like a whole new world. It's part of your world, Ariel. But I want to be part of that world. Like, it's really cool.
It's mesmerizing for sure.
It's mesmerizing, and you just want to stay down there forever and ever until you die.
Okay, Teddy.
So, in other news,
I've lived in this house for like a year now. I finished updating the basement. I finished my pantry, updating my pantry, and small projects. And now I feel like I can get back to like me life and my hobbies. And it's just kind of surprising when you're like, oh, you have nothing to guilt trip yourself into accomplishing. So now what do you do? So slowly teaching myself to do fun things that I like again.
That's so cool, Tara. What an accomplishment for you that you got your basement done. How's the renting it out situation prepping for that?
I think it's just the time of year. It's like people aren't needing, I don't know, move from their current leases. But interest is picking up, so we'll see. See how it goes.
That's super
Also, I'm
awesome.
just trying to
Snaps for
leverage my
Tara,
siblings to come
everyone.
to live with me.
There you go. No better people to pay you rent than family, am I right?
Really. They make you spend way more money than like they pay you in rent. You're like, oh, let's go do this fun thing now. And you're like, there goes rent.
Oh man. Yep. Well, no, that's super awesome. Like big things. Look at us being all super adulty and making strides in our lives and in our hobbies. So cool. And like booking our own hotel rooms for the first time in our lives.
That's a big deal. It's true.
I booked an Airbnb that I stayed in by myself one time, and that's an interesting experience, let me tell you.
Like a good, interesting.
I mean, it wasn't bad. So it was for my friend's wedding a couple years ago, and it was actually up in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And so it's kind of up the mountain. It was just a little, I guess, kind of studio because this is the kitchen, living room, and then the bed was like in the same like room. It was just me, And when I was driving back after the wedding, I was going up to the Airbnb up the mountain, and so I'm just like driving. I'm kind of jamming. It's pretty late, and I see this thing run across the road, and I'm like, oh, that's a huge raccoon. It was a bear, like a small bear, and I swear the little sucker turned and glared at me as if I like almost hit it. Like, excuse me, back up. And I was like, my bad, bear. Like, carry on.
Have you heard of 6 feet human?
I'm jealous you saw a bear. We didn't get to see a bear while we were out there. That's not fair.
It was pretty cool. I mean, I've been up there, like 4 times, and that was my first time seeing a bear up there. It was small, too. It was weird, but it was cute. I wanted to like roll down the window and look at it, but I was like, better judgment says no.
Jumps through the window. Wild animals, Tommy. Stay away.
No, that's super awesome. Well, happy March to everyone. Happy incoming of spring. Hopefully it warms up wherever you're at and you can enjoy some open windows with some fresh air while you start thinking about spring cleaning because it gets dusty up in here. Like, let's be real. Our advice to everyone this episode is do your spring cleaning. I gotta do mine. I'm gonna clean out like my whole closet because I don't need half of the stuff in there. So that's my spring cleaning resolution is to clean out my closet.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Every year, put that winter wardrobe away. Can I tell you a little story real quick, actually, about that? Once upon a time. Once upon a time.
Only if you tell it like this.
Daddy were you in Hawaii at that point?
Yeah, I was visiting you.
Teddy came to visit me from Hawaii while I was in Utah. And the room I was staying in had like 2 closets. And I come in and Teddy's like, wow, your closets are so full. And I was like, yeah, I need to put my winter wardrobe away. And Teddy was like, a winter wardrobe? And she literally walks out to our other sister, Tony, who was living in Idaho. And she's like, Tara has a winter wardrobe. Like the audacity that she has a wardrobe for a different season and not just one wardrobe year round. And Tony's like, yes, Teddy, you have to have a different wardrobe when there's snow on the ground and it's cold compared to a summer wardrobe when it's not. When it's
This
hot.
is the same person who, when Tony moved to Idaho to go to school, or when she was leaving, and we were getting boxes up and down the stairs of Tony's apartment, and it's snowing, and Teddy goes, these people are just walking in the snow, and it's falling on their head. Why don't they have umbrellas
Yeah.
for the snow?
I can explain all of these things. Okay. It's just snow was precipitation. We grew up in California, didn't have snow a lot. I didn't realize that I, at that point in my life, hadn't actually been outside while it was snowing. I just went to the snow to visit the snow. And then like, the snow was already on the ground.
We'd seen snow our whole lives, okay? Because our grandparents lived in snow and our cousins and different family members lived where it snowed. So we'd seen snow our whole lives.
But I didn't know. It just seemed so strange that like when it's raining, you get wet. So you wear something over your head or something to protect you from the rain. And so it was snowing and people were walking around without a head covering or anything, just letting that snow fall on them. And it just didn't
No,
make
I
sense
do
to me.
agree. You will be looked at strangely, you wearing an umbrella in the snow. And I don't know why it's become a thing. I think there definitely should be snow umbrellas. I don't know why there aren't. Snow is wet, just like rain. So if we have umbrellas for rain, why wouldn't we have umbrellas for snow? So I agree with that.
So pretty. I love snowflakes in my hair.
Meh.
Not necessary though.
Not beanie with my poop is all I need.
And yeah, and the wardrobe thing, it just seemed very like bougie to me at the time. I thought that a winter wardrobe is just like you put on a coat on your regular wardrobe. That's what like in my head was.
You put your one winter coat away, and that is your winter wardrobe.
Not even coat. We could get away with a jacket, a light jacket in California.
And then you pull it out when it gets cold enough and throw it over whatever clothes you're wearing.
A winter wardrobe was that box that we kept in the shed with the snow gloves and the snow pants that we never wore.
So that's why I was
fit.
It didn't click in my head that most people have wardrobes for different seasons. And so I just thought Tara was super extra. And then
absolutely
she stuck it to me because now I'm in Utah, so where it's cold.
How's that winter wardrobe going for you, Debbie?
Filling up my closet. I don't have a second closet over here for each wardrobe.
And
So
what's
yeah,
funny is I have 2 closets in my bedroom now too, which is super funny.
I'd have to shove everything in the basement. I don't have a closet in my bedroom.
I'm a 2 closet gal, turns out.
minimum. Yeah.
My
Agree.
spring cleaning is probably going to be yard work. The leaves in my yard are insane.
From
And,
seasons
you know,
previous.
I'm just going to say this. It's embarrassing and it sucks to talk about, but I've had recent critters present themselves as living in my home. So that is also my spring cleaning, is getting rid of unwanted roommates.
So go ahead and send Tara a cat.
Only if it's good at hunting.
Or just see if you can foster.
That's true.
Conveniently fostering.
I think my spring cleaning, other than the chicken coop, which needs to be completely overhauled,
Ew.
is going to be, you know, those stupid plants that you can't get rid of in the yard, and they're the ones that have like the skinny green leaves, and then occasionally a flower will bloom for a day and then shrivel and die. And they're pretty flowers, but they just like, it's like this bush of leaves, and then like some flowers will grow, and I just cannot get rid of them. I dug into the ground last year and completely, like, I went in there with my hand, like on my hands and knees, pulled out these bulbs of these stupid plants and got rid of all of them. And they're back. They're back. And I don't know how to get rid of them. So that's going to be my thing, is just figuring out how to spring clean the stupid plants. We already got rid of bushes.
Then
I don't like bushes.
send Connie your goats, everybody.
At this point. But it's going to be that. I'm determined to get rose bushes and a flower garden of flowers that I want in there.
You guys have cool spring cleanings. I like them.
Well, I mean, I have to
I'd
clean my
rather be cleaning out my
cleaning.
wardrobe, but
One thing at a time. So do your spring
can
cleaning,
come-
everyone. And stop picking on your sister named Teddy.
you can come spring clean with us, Teddy. Just, you know.
Yes. Sounds so
I'll share
fun.
with your closet and then come help me with my flowers.
Yep. We'll talk about that. But yeah, love you guys. Thanks for chatting with us. Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Love you,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you for listening to Wild&T. This podcast episode was produced and edited by Teddy Chanpoon, Kyron Maciel, and Dallas Hanson. Remember to subscribe, rate, review, and of course, share with your sisters. For more content, you can follow Wild&T on all platforms or our individual socials. See you next week.